a new LoungeFly, a Spirit jersey that survived the Spanish heat, and a collectible I thought I'd never see outside of California. Most importantly, Clarabelle Cow's involved. Welcome to Definitely Not Jace. Right, if you know me or you've watched this channel before, you'll know I've got a bit of a thing for Disneyland. I finally got to go last year, which was a lifelong dream ticked off, but ever since then I've been fully in my Disney merch era. And when they announced the Disneyland 70th anniversary, I was glued to every blog post, every YouTube vlog, every tweet. But unfortunately, most of the cool merchandise was only available in the US or marked up to ridiculous prices on eBay or Vinted. I know because I checked. I'm not entirely sure why Disneyland in California isn't marketed in the UK usually. It's all Disney World in Florida and Disneyland Paris in Paris. Anyway, as all the birthday merchandise was hitting the shelves over in the US parks, I did what any unhinged Disneyland fan would do from afar. I wrote a blog post about it. It's on the website, definitelynotjace.com, and it's called 70 Years of Magic, Why Disneyland's Anniversary Celebration is Already Something Special. I went through all the park exclusives, like the Key to Disneyland, the various Spirit jerseys, anniversary food and drinks, even the animatronic Walt Disney that's going to be debuting soon. Genuinely thought I'd never own any of it until the stars aligned. So today we are unboxing 3 of the most special items from the 70th anniversary collection. One from disneystore.co.uk, one from the Spanish Disney store, I'll come back to that in a minute, and another from the Disney store on Oxford Street, which I was quite shocked to find actually. Let's have a look at the birthday haul, shall we? We're starting very strong with this one. This is the one I was most excited about. Oh, look at this! This is the LoungeFly Mickey and Friends Disneyland Resort 70th Anniversary Mini Backpack. And it is everything. This was the Disneyland Resort exclusive for months. People were reselling it online for upwards of £120. I saw it on Vinted for over 100 quid plus shipping, and I did consider it, but then a miracle. Disneystore.co.uk quietly dropped it for pre-order. No big fanfare or anything like that, and I snapped it up. It took a few weeks to arrive actually, but when it showed up it was like receiving something straight from the parks over at Disney. I visited the Disney store on Oxford Street just after this, and nope, it wasn't there. A few days ago it wasn't there, and it's just an online exclusive one. I think it makes it even more special. I love it because it's not just merch, it's got that slightly Tokyo Disney merch feel to it, and the fact that it includes Clarabelle, instant icon status. So this is actually my very first all-over placement bag, which means it's got a pattern that repeats all around the bag. With that, it means that there's no 2 bags that are the same. If you pick up another bag from this particular range, it would have a different pattern on it. It's also my very first Disney Parks bag as well. So if you look at the enamel LoungeFly plate on there, it says Disney Parks, whereas the rest of my bags, they actually say Pixar, well only one of them does, or Disney. So I did hope that my first ever Disney Parks bag would be from a Disney park. I guess it is, but I'm not physically been to the park to collect it, if you get where I'm coming from. So talking of the LoungeFly plate on the front, this one has actually got a really nice shimmer effect on it. I've not seen one like that before. You do get them in a range of colours that match the backs, but this has got like a very nice shimmery rainbow effect on the LoungeFly plate. And of course, you've got to mention all the characters that are on this bag as well. We've got Mickey, of course. We've got Minnie, we've got Pluto, we've got Goofy, Donald, Daisy. I can only see Chip, but I don't know if I've mentioned as well, it's got Clarabelle Cow on it. And of course, we've also got some icons from around the park as well. I can see Peter Pan's flight. I can see the Sleeping Beauty castle. I did also see a Disney food. Oh, of course, there's churros on there as well. How have I only just noticed that? The bag also has, standard with most LoungeFlies, 2 side pockets and also a front pocket as well. And also this bag, which I really like, and it's only very subtle, but it's actually got an iridescent effect on the zips as well, on both of the zips, on the zip on the front pocket and also the main zip. It's like it's a Celebrate Happy rainbow, to be precise, but that is all on the zip there, and it kind of moves as the light catches the bag. The back of the bag actually has a Celebrate Happy logo on there, which is the main logo for the Disneyland 70th anniversary. And also, the bag has golden stitching in there. It's like a shiny metallic golden stitching all over the bag as well, joining all the bits together. Now, of course, no LoungeFly unboxing would be complete without having a look at the lining inside. So every LoungeFly has its own unique lining on the inside. Some are better than others, of course, but I really like this one. So this one is, in fact, it's a Disneyland 70 print on the inside. You've got Sleeping Beauty's castle on there, but also what's unique on this bag is it has not an embroidered, but again, a metallic printed label that says Disneyland 70 attached to the inside of the bag, just to make it that bit more special, I think, for the Disneyland 70th anniversary. Next, another one of my weaknesses, Spirit jerseys. This is the Disneyland 70th anniversary Spirit jersey, and this one has a bit of a travel story to it actually. So I ordered it from disneystore.es, which is the Spanish merchandise website for Disney, because again it dropped on the Disney Store website just before I went away to Spain. Here's a shameless plug, but you can have a look at that vlog about my stay on the Costa del Sol here. But basically, I've missed out on Spirit jersey drops in the past. If anyone can remember the Walt Disney World Cinderella Castle Spirit jersey that hit the Disney Store a few months back, well, I ummed and ahed over it, and eventually I missed out on that. And I didn't want to go through that again, not with this one anyway. I don't know what it is, but it must be some sort of international secret courier code or something. As you'll probably remember from my Summer Pluto unboxing video, the delivery driver left it on the doorstep unattended. The Spanish courier did exactly the same thing with this as well. This time it was in the blazing Spanish sun. We're talking 38 degrees. I was terrified I was going to open it up and it'd be cooked like a paella, or the print melted onto the inside of the bag or something. But it arrived on the last day before I flew home. I literally had to pack it in my hand luggage because, you know, priorities. And fortunately, and very nearly, it hadn't been turned into a liquid yet as well, so I could take it on board. So I'll show you the main feature of the Spirit jersey, which is a giant puff print on the back. And in this case, it's a big Disneyland Resort logo, which is very discreet and has a lovely glittery rainbow effect to it. This is actually my second Disneyland Spirit jersey. The last one I managed to get from Vinted, and there's a bit of a backstory to that as well, in that I really wanted a Spirit jersey when I was at the Disneyland Resort last time. I literally visited every single store on the resort trying to find the one that I wanted in my size. Did they have it? Nope. Could I find it anywhere to purchase back in the UK? Nope. Well, until it dropped on Vinted in mint condition, tags included, 20 quid, absolute steal. So I had to get it. If you look at the front of the jersey, which has got a lovely glittery 70th logo on there as well. Now, I know it's probably got more Avios points than I've managed to collect, but I'm so happy it arrived, and in one piece as well. I've had Spirit jerseys go out of stock in hours, so when I saw this available, I didn't even think about it, and I'm so glad I didn't. If you've never worn one on a breezy night in a theme park, you've not lived. And yes, I did track it absolutely every single day. Don't pretend that you wouldn't do as well. It was all in Spanish on the website, so I'm grateful for Google Translate for their assistance on this one. Alright, last up, and probably the most unexpected find of the lot. This is the Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse Fire Engine Pop Rides vinyl It's been released as part of the Disneyland 70th anniversary collection, and I spotted it in the Oxford Street Disney store. And at the time, the shelves were stacked. There were loads of them. Now, I'll be honest with you, I always get this wave of guilt when I make a bit of an impulse buy. You know that moment where your brain's going, do you really need this? And then your card's already been tapped. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But you know what? I trusted my instinct, and I'm so glad I did, because when I went back recently, they were all gone. This is a Disney Store exclusive. It includes the parks, so if they're already off the shelves here in the UK, I've got a feeling that that might be it for a while. I know I've mentioned visiting the Disney Store a couple of times in this video, but I promise you I don't go as often as it probably sounds. This was genuinely one of those right place, right time moments. This pop is based on that real moment of Walt Disney and Mickey riding the fire engine down Main Street, a real piece of Disneyland history. And the packaging, it's the standard Funko Pop, but with the Disneyland 70th logo and the Celebrate Happy branding all over it. I know some people unbox their Funkos, but not me, not with this one anyway. I'm absolutely keeping it sealed. You know that moment when you open it and then all of a sudden, you know, there's a corner bent? Well, yeah, I'm not risking that. And look, as lucky as I've been here, I've had the opposite kind of luck recently. That's a story for another video, but I was queuing up at Pop Mart in the middle of this London heatwave, trying to get my hands on one of the Mickey Family Cute Together Keychain series figures. I got all the way there, the queue was massive, the sun was blazing, and guess what? The shelves were completely empty, not a single box of anything that I wanted to buy. So yeah, safe to say this Funko find definitely made up for it. So that's the trio. We've got one golden LoungeFly, one Spirit jersey with a suntan, and one historic Funko Pop that I still actually can't believe I found in London. If you're as into this collection as I am, check out my blog post. It goes into all the other merch, the new show featuring the Walt Disney animatronic, and why I think this anniversary is more meaningful than just a birthday bash. Now, I wouldn't say that this particular merch line is going for that deep emotional Walt's vision energy. It's very much part of the Celebrate Happy collection. It's bright, it's bold, a bit playful, and honestly, that's pretty much true to the vibe of the park. It was built to be fun. But if you're more into vintage vibes, Disney have got that covered too. There's a whole other side of the 70th collection with retro logos and some pieces that definitely lean into more of a nostalgic vibe. So whatever kind of Disneyland fan or even Disney fan you are, there's something in this celebration for you. I'm so gutted to have missed the Disneyland 70th anniversary in person, but I'll certainly look forward to going back and being able to visit the resort again in the future. Let me know if you've managed to get your hands on any of this exclusive merchandise in the comments below. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to stay updated with more Disney nostalgia and probably even more LoungeFly bags I'll never use. And as always, there's definitely more to come.